What a Friday today, guys. It was really good fun, not just in the chat room, but also pre-market and then just the market in general. APDN, VRNA, both of our lead gappers today could be afternoon runs. Honestly, I would probably be watching these all night if I could, but I gotta fly, so I'm being a little bit quick here. Also, the recap video and the charts, you guys are kind of noticing, like, I gotta go. Anyway, few things I do want to talk about. Both of these have floats under 10 million. That's really, really nice. That's what we're looking for. Both have catalysts that are pretty solid as well. So I think both of them, as long as no offering comes out, they're the first green days. So that's really, really nice. So as long as no offering comes out, as long as they hold their highs, I think that there's a big chance for a midday or afternoon run. Let's see what happens. Again, nothing is for sure, and you always want to cut your losses. Today, we were up 200 and something bucks, 240 or something, or 270. And then the last trade of the day, I gave back $100. And I was like, no. Mind you, we're only trading. That last trade was only $1,000 position size. So just like that, I was down about 10%. So it's kind of annoying. Yeah, just, sometimes you just get stuck in a flush, and you really want to be very cautious where you are in the overall, how am I saying this right? Overall trend of the ticker that you were trading. And right now, I was trading that last ticker on the backside of the move, and I knew I had to be careful, and I wanted to take my profits, close out for a scratch, and I hesitated, and boom, that's why I got, stiffed. So a lot of good trades. I think 9 trades to review, and then let's talk a little bit about what could be some midday or late day moves. Probably by the time you guys watch this, a bit more late day. All right, guys, let's go to the charts now. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new, consider subscribing. I would love to have you join the community. It is really, really good fun. Let's go to the charts now, and then it's a weekend. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm going to do the recap video a little bit earlier today because I actually had to get going, and I just realized that we streamed a little bit later than I should have. Okay, so we ended the day $164. We're actually at 270 right before my last trade. My last trade, I gave back $100 or so. Kind of depressing. VRNA was our best ticker on the day. This is the one we were up about 170, almost $200, guys. And then the other ones did all right on these. No red tickers today, which is always a really nice thing. We might as well get started with VRNA because this one was really the hot one on the day, and I think that this one has potential maybe for an afternoon run. I think right now it has to consolidate a little bit more, maybe shake out some weak hands. I'm not sure. VRNA though, pre-market was looking really hot, and this was kind of the one that it popped up a little bit late for me, but I really liked everything I saw. Let's kind of go back here to about 750, and we could even go back here all the way to, I would say, 7 o'clock, which is basically when TOS opened up. So that was right here at TOS opened up. They open at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this one was gapping up around 60% pre-market, 6 million float. US biotech with a $20 million raised, oversubscribed offering. So that's a really good catalyst. It means there's huge interest in people jumping on this thing. Basically, when Facebook IPO'd, for example, they also had an oversubscribed offering, which basically means more people want this stock than they were actually selling shares for. So there wasn't enough shares available, so they got new shares, probably at a higher price, and that's what the kind of news is all about. So really good news there. Let's quickly see. So clearly the company must have something people want. I think, yeah, so my first trade on this one was actually, I could have wrapped it up on this trade alone and probably been up, I think, roughly how much I am now. We had a 9-minute EMA pullback. We were cracking the 9-minute EMA, but the sell volume wasn't very strong. So I went ahead, loaded up here, and then it had a nice breakout. I sold too soon at $10, and then it broke out another 6%. So definitely sold too soon, but there's nothing wrong with taking profits off the table. The rest of the morning was a little bit slow on VRNA, and I never really felt comfortable trading this one again. So yeah, no touchy for me. Did find some big support here in this area, so maybe that would have been a nice time. Had a nice little rounded bottom here and then broke back to 9.5 in a little bit. Let's see here. So market opened. I bought the pullback. I bought it too soon. My first order was way too aggressive. Let me quickly go back to this one. Filled orders right at the market open. So 30 right here. Yeah, I bought at 42 and then at 21. I did 2 separate orders. So 42, I don't know what I was thinking. That was way too high. I think this was an accident. And then, you know, it pulls back here and I try to get a better order, better fill. So overall, it was the right idea, but a little bit hectic of an open for me. Let's quickly scroll here. And then it pops up. Luckily, I sold this at a pretty decent spot around 75. Again, you know, left some profits on the table. So this trade alone could have been much better. After this, I was up like 150 bucks on VRNA. And I was like, okay, pretty nice. Because mind you, I'm not using that big position size. We had, you know, eventually VRNA finds big support at 8.5, roughly cracks it a few times with low volume. So that's usually a good sign. I should have been loading up on this one. And then, you know, it starts cracking up higher here. This is when things got interesting. I think in future live streams and future just everything, I'm going to try to maybe see if I could load up on a few of these that are holding their highs a little bit. It's always hard to say which ones are holding their highs because sometimes you trade a stock and it, you know, sells off 2%, 2% here, 2% there. And then before you know it, you know, at the end of the day, it's down 50%. Obviously, you cut your losses at one point, but like, let's say I was averaging up here and then it sells off here another 10%, and then I close my whole position here and then it shoots up. That's also very annoying. So sometimes you really want to be trading when there's strength, or else you're just going to be stressing yourself out. So, you know, here, buying this breakout, getting a nice pullback here, jumping on this one. I mean, this is a pretty perfect 5-minute bull flag pattern here. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't trade this one. It was just so nice. So yeah, we were pulling back here. This would have been a good setup. Break the VWAP, pull it back to 9-minute, nice breakout here. Again, pulls back, 5-minute bull flag setup, breaks out higher. So many good setups on this. I think I FOMO'd here a little bit because I was missing all those trades. And then I bought a 9-minute pullback here. Actually a pretty conservative one, I gotta say. Right, 6.7, 11.7. Okay, well, maybe not the most conservative, but like it was a little bit below the 9-minute EMA. I was looking for a bit of a reversal. We got that. I was up about 2%. I should have closed there. I actually wanted to close there because it was weak, but I held for like just a few seconds too long. And then we had a flush to the downside. And I thought the stock got halted. You could watch the recap video. I thought it got halted. The order book froze. This was dried up. And I was like, oh crap, we're halted. But we weren't. I don't know what happened. That was so weird. And I somehow got out at, I luckily got out at the lowest spot. That sounds weird. So I sold at the lowest spot right here at 10.7. I was that order that went through at the lowest spot. I thought that there was a halt and I was like, yes, I'm out before the halt. But then it didn't halt and it shot right back up. And I was like, oh, it is what it is. Honestly, I should have wrapped up at 11 o'clock. This trade happened at basically 11 o'clock. So, you know, again, you know, always want to wrap up at one point. And then, you know, kind of selling off a little bit right now. I mean, nothing really too surprising there on this one. But yeah, I mean, it was good fun. I should have just got aggressive, obviously, when, you know, it was on the way to the upside. And I should have been more conservative after we had that failed and we're now below the 9-minute EMA. I don't know why I don't listen to my own like self sometimes. You want to be aggressive when it's hot. You want to be careful, extra careful when we're on the backside of the move. And I was even calling it out. I was like, we're on the backside of the move. You want to be a little bit careful here. So that's why I was going to close my position. I just didn't close it fast enough. I was literally like, I thought about it for 1 second too long. We were here. And I was like, okay, if it breaks 12, I want to take my profits. Breaks 12. I'm like, it's not breaking 12. Okay, I'm going to sell this one. And then I don't know. I was like, 1 or 2 more thoughts went through my head and that was too late. So as a day trader, you don't want to mess around. You want to be quick. And I gave back $100 right at the market close. So, or right when I wrapped up. So, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is what it is. What's next? So ACIU and then APDN, and that's pretty much everything. APDN was such a quick one, but let's talk about ACIU. Actually, ACIU is the quick one. So ACIU, guys, was the lead gapper from the day before. You guys probably remember ACIU if you were in the stream or whatnot. You know, pretty fun, crazy thing over here. Wow, we traded this quite a bit. Anyway, we came back here on the 5-minute. If you go to the chart and you pull up Here you can see it really nice. This is the daily chart. We opened up here, we broke higher, and then we sold off the rest of the day. And guess what? $8, multi-month support and resistance zone, whole dollar level, beautiful. And pre-market, we were kind of chilling on this $8 zone, and that's when I got a nice little entry here at 822, and I wanted to hold this one into the market open. It was actually funny. It was right at the same time where I was like, I never hold a stock into the market open, and right as I say that, I literally do it, and I'm like, oh, actually, today is like the first time I'm ever doing it. So here we go. This one, opens up, pulls back a little bit, inches higher. I wanted to actually take profits closer to $9, but I kind of chickened out on this one. Still walked away with $66 profit on probably the easiest trade I did all day today. So sometimes it really works out like that. And then APDN, our kind of smallest trade. APDN, I was right and wrong about this one so many times. I think I was... mentally, I was right, but my execution was always wrong on this one. So, for example, here, APDN, I was like, okay, nice little bottom bounce here. Let's see if we could break the 9-minute EMA. I entered too early. It was actually up 3%. I didn't close. Then I averaged down here a little bit again. We finally broke up, but it was a little bit too weak. Walked away with small profits on this one. Eventually, here, try to buy the dip on this one again. Didn't really work. Took a small loss on this one. Here, try to buy the 9-minute EMA breakout. Again, took a small loss on this one. Or actually, this was a break-even trade. And then again, here, I try to break. This was a breakout trade. I bought the 9-minute EMA breakout. Didn't go that high. Should have closed my close, and then I closed here for a smaller loss. And eventually, it did what I wanted. So it was like I was always one step behind on APDN, which was kind of annoying. APDN, though, could be a hot afternoon trade, and I kind of really want to trade it. I just have to leave. But I think if it breaks 13, guys, this one's going to be a really hot ticker. So definitely just watch APDN, put an alert on it. APDN and VRNA afternoon are just going to be really, really interesting. So I would, if you had time, I would probably watch these ones. I don't know which one's going to be. It's basically whichever one, holds its highs and starts breaking out higher. APDN really reminds me of EQ. I think it has the potential, 4 million float, U.S. security and protection services company, preclinical results for vaccine candidates of the coronavirus. So I don't know. It's a hot ticker with a low float. This one could explode with micro and macro trend news. Let's see. I mean, I have decent high hopes for this one, and I kind of wish I could just watch it all afternoon and, sip on a margarita or something like that, but I can't. So that's pretty much me going to be wrapping it up here. I got to fly. Thanks guys for tuning in today. The live stream was good fun like always. It was just super fun. Thanks for all the support. I know Calm Down was going crazy in there with the support. So at first I was like, I got some beer money, but now it's like I got to reinvest that, for you guys. So again, I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing. Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow for a video on Sonos, looking at that ticker right now. So I'll see you guys there. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.